What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Behind Show. Today is April 27th, 2021. We are just 2 days away from the NFL draft. It does not even seem real that we are this close from draft day. It's draft week. Absolutely crazy. But I'm live on YouTube like every single video I do, and I'm continuing my series of doing a post-free agency mock draft for each NFL team. I just finished up doing a thorough mock draft of the Baltimore Ravens, so make sure to go check that out. So, they picked 27th overall. Team who picks 28th overall is actually the New Orleans Saints. So this New Orleans Saints, so our mock draft will go ahead and get started here. With their 28th pick overall, they select LSU wide receiver Terrace Marshall Jr. I really, really like this pick, but with Baltimore getting two two first-round picks, I feel like they maybe prioritize getting a wide receiver first. Then maybe getting offensive lineman second, and that is major for the New Orleans Saints because that means there's a chance Terrace Marshall Jr. may not be there. Terrace Marshall Jr. had an absolutely phenomenal pro day, and his season with Joe Burrow was absolutely phenomenal, and it's overshadowed by the likes of Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. I think he'd be fantastic fit with the New Orleans Saints offense and Sean Payton, and their Jameis Winston throwing him the ball. You got to give him more weapons, or whoever's going to be the quarterback. They need weapons. They have Michael Thomas, but he was injured a lot of last season, and that's all they have. I really, really like this pick here. Them staying in state and getting LSU wide receiver Terrace Marshall Jr. As we continue here in round two, I had them selecting Missouri linebacker Nick Bolton. Something to look into when I do these mock drafts. If you've not seen my videos before, all of these thorough mock drafts I do are from ProFootballNetwork.com. They're from their mock draft simulator. I cannot determine what players are available and what players are reaches. I'm getting Nick Bolton here with the 60th pick overall. I think it's a really, really good value pick here with the New Orleans Saints. Need linebacker. Nick Bolton's definitely the best linebacker here. I think he's going to be one of the better players here available. His draft stock's dropping just a tad bit, but I think getting Bolton here in the second is phenomenal for the New Orleans Saints defense. Speaking of defense, I actually had them staying on the defensive side of the ball with this next pick, and I select Stanford corner Paulson Adebo. I think they could really use some corner help. I think Paulson Adebo is going to be one of the best corners here, one of the better players available. I like Trill Williams from Syracuse quite a bit as well, and Robert Rochelle from Central Arkansas around this spot too. Any of those three corners to me, I think really good. I don't think any of those picks are reaches. I think any three of those, but I have them getting Paulson Adebo here, would be a really good pick by the New Orleans Saints. They actually have two third-round picks. This pick right here is definitely my favorite pick of this mock draft. With their third-round pick selection, 105th overall, they select Florida Gators quarterback Kyle Trask. The Saints have been, rumored to like Kyle Trask a lot for quite some time now, and they have Jameis Winston. He's going to one-year contract. They have Taysom Hill, who he's not a quarterback; he's an athlete. You get Kyle Trask in that Sean Payton offense. I don't think there's many other. It's going to be very hard to find a better spot for Kyle Trask than the New Orleans Saints. I like the Steelers as a fit. I like the Patriots as a fit, and I like the Saints as a fit. To me, those three are definitely the best three spots for Kyle Trask. And I think those three spots are the teams he is most likely to succeed with. Getting Trask, he can maybe set a year, learn from Jameis Winston. Learn the offense from Sean Payton. Absolute offensive guru when it comes to play calls, and I think Kyle Trask has a chance to be really good in New Orleans. My comparison with Kyle Trask is Derek Carr. One thing I do not like about Trask, he has very limited athleticism. That's a major concern, in my opinion. But at the same time, Drew Brees was kind of similar as well with limited athleticism. Short passes, 10, 15 yards, he's pretty good. That's his forte. He's great at that. But, once you get to 20, 25 yards plus, deep balls down the field, that's where he gets very, very inconsistent. He also gets bailed out by talent quite some time. If you watch, his film, playing with the Florida Gators, who often, look at it, he gets bailed out by Kadarius Toney a little bit, but he gets bailed out by Kyle Pitts, it seems like, at least a couple times a game. But I think Trask here in the third round is a very, very nice pick for the New Orleans Saints. This is going to be probably the best player available. It's he's going to probably be the best quarterback right here. You definitely need a quarterback potentially, and anytime you have a chance to take a backup quarterback who has a chance to be your future starter, you take it because backup quarterbacks are not easy to come behind, especially in rookie contracts here and getting Kyle Trask here in round 3. As we continue here in round 4, I had them selecting WVU defensive tackle Darius Stills. They could use some defensive tackles. I was going to take Jalen Tallman here, but I realized I've had him, being picked quite a bit recently on my mock drafts. So I went different and picked Darius Stills. I think Darius Stills is also a pretty nice pick here with the 133rd pick overall. They could really use defensive tackles. They definitely need some help in the defensive line. I think Darius Stills here in round 4 is a pretty nice pickup for the New Orleans Saints. They do not have a 5th round pick with their 6th round pick selection. They actually take LSU safety Jacoby Stevens with the 218th pick overall. I do not know if Jacoby Stevens will drop this far, but if he does, if he drops the 218th pick overall, I really expect the New Orleans Saints to select him. They could use some safety help. They've yet to take a safety in this mock draft. They stay in state and getting the LSU safety Jacoby Stevens. Definitely one of my favorite late round guys. Despite playing at LSU, he's actually severely underrated. It's just really strange to me. But getting Jacoby Stevens here, it's tremendous value. It's a team need and best player available in round 6. That's something you do not get often. But them getting that here is just absolutely fantastic here for the New Orleans Saints defense. As we continue here, they have 2 7th round picks. And with their first 7th round pick, they select Virginia tight end Tony Poljan. Tony Poljan is a very underrated tight end. He's pretty decent at blocking. He can catch some as well. I think they could just use a little bit more tight end depth. And I like Poljan quite a bit. I also like Matt Bushman and Quentin Morris, in the 6th and 7th rounds as well. But I would not be surprised if any of those tight ends have a pretty decent career in the NFL. I like this pick here to give them more depth at the tight end possession. With their last pick of the draft, they select Kansas State edge rusher Wyatt Hubert. This is kind of more of a depth pick as well, and also best player available. He's too good to be undrafted. I think getting him here with the 255th pick overall is a very, very nice selection here. You're getting more depth at edge. And, this edge guy is absolutely so talented. It's too hard not to select the edge rusher. And, getting him here, I think, is a very nice value pick here for the New Orleans Saints. You're not taking a reach. You're not taking a team need. You're taking best player available around 6 and 7 like you should. That was kind of my post-free agency summary mock draft of the New Orleans Saints. I will go over these picks here one more time. In round 1, let's do wide receiver Terrace Marshall Jr. In round 2, Missouri linebacker Nick Bolton. In round 3, they take Stanford cornerback Paulson Adebo. Also in round 3, they select Florida Gators quarterback Kyle Trask. And in round 4, they take WVU defensive tackle Darius Stills. They do not have a 5th round pick, but with their 6th round pick selection, they take Jacoby Stevens, the safety from LSU. They have 2 7th round picks, and with those 7th round picks, they select Virginia tight end Tony Poljan and Kansas State edge rusher Wyatt Hubert. Thank you all so much for listening. If you like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you next time on the Sports 200 Show.